you'll think, it is the skin of the sheep. And yet, when discovered early, that child will be saved. But if not, the child will get floppy, and the body will ever be like this. Tageja, takoga, takula, takadiwa, takolachi. All the years, the child will be lying there. Be extra careful with that. It will bring physical disability permanently. Nenga chiva muchi musanya during giving birth. During giving, that is, at times you see that it is not your kindergarten. Some mothers may say, Mama, mwana wali munasale. Katato mwana mutute kusomero kudiruchi. Zakana kachali katomu katute munasale. No. It is that special room with the evitala, like a lot of light to give them back their melanin. Or the children a child may be born natakava. Members, mothers here, have you had like they get a kid upside down and they It is a therapy. You tap to wake this child up so that they start crying. And from today, learn it. Fathers, mothers, and those to be. When you hear a score of a child, start knowing that one is a doctor, that one is an engineer, that it will be a teacher. That the scores determine who we can be in future. And the rest is advantage, like having fees and all that. But what you are to be is determined from the labor ward. Mukategede. Mwebabu papula ne mukola chine mutereka. Nange naterekanga, by the way. They are always in that immunization card. It's why you keep it. I find 10, 8, 7, 5, then below 5. Either a child may turn blue or yellow. That is where they get either jaundice or blue means half dead, lack of oxygen. And it could be called hypoxia, like lack of oxygen. So why is the score? It is the time. You even see the nurses have a clock here. Have you seen them? The what? Nurses watch. Ndabika nyingi do muntu omu klasi jategera bulungi. Clap her. Nurses watch. Yes. It is explaining time the mother omwana akabidde kuchi mubudde chi. So the determination for the scores goes with the time the child has taken before crying. There is another science behind why the child cries. Najomo mule psychologist yajitusomesa from UK. Natusomesa anti when we are pregnant, there are many eggs there. They are like ebichebyo. So as the child is there, they are playing, they are comfortable with the siblings. Bali say you. Cutting process yale, but there is a pull and push. Stay. Jangu, banange ngende riba nsubiza ebyakabi. When you feel like my back or my waist or someone is pulling. Come togenda, ogenda mubizibu. Mwebana. Muleke soke yo. Let me first go. I will tell you what I will find. I will tell you. And the last one will be like, So when you have those labor pains in Gazitu Alobude, there is a lot of negotiation. So, yes. So when the child is like born and he Binobichi, hey, where is my warmth? Wanonga wanyogoga. Like I'm coming back. No way. You have come out to struggle. Bakugamba no kolachi no. So, ladies and gentlemen, today you are going to learn to carry your babies on the back. Scientifically, it is recommunication and rejoining the siblings. When you put a baby on the back, does the baby continue? when that baby continues to cry, take him to the hospital. Alina obuzibu obulala. Because he puts his ear here, and they're like, okay, wadde twakugamba n'ogaana kale naffe twagala kujja, we shall come and play with you, please don't cry, we shall come. Like, it's okay, and you do what? She's stimulated. And eventually this baby gets fine and goes to sleep peacefully. But do you know what we do? Stay with the baby. Or we carry the whatever no kanga atunuledi. Do you know what is following? Akwate nyonyi. He goes abroad, he will never come back. Because you are showing him the way. So there is a lot that happens during labor, during baby taking care of. It was like a by the way, but it's very important for us to know why we carry. And there is where a girl child has to stretch to be able to do what? To give birth properly. Yeah, some of them who find labor problems. I have a C-section, and don't tell me that because I did not stretch. It was just an accident for my last born. Me, the teacher, I would just go there. The chirugwara away, and I come out. But the last born was hard. Yeah? So, but in most cases, when there is that carrying the baby in the back, there is stretching for the young baby to stretch as well as possible so that the bones get used, and when it is time for labor, the cervix is flexible enough. Clap yourselves. Watch together. So, other problems are environmental. So the child is now out of the hospital. You've given birth properly, you've gone. But all of a sudden you see a child having like high temperature, then you rush back. There could be a challenge. There will be a time when the child is starting to roll, and then you leave the child in the chair. The child will hit the head down, you will not know. So either it will be physical or intellectual. Okay? But in one way or another, the child may be hurt. And as we grow up, other environmental challenges would be accidents, like omwana avuga akagali, boom, mutwe nagunokinga kuchi, like they knock themselves on the walls accidentally, or they get hit, they get hurt. Others are battered by maids at home. Others are punished severely, even at school. Not here, but in some schools. And the child gets a what? A challenge. So others will become physical, biological, social, emotional. Recently, I attended to a child from Mubudo Junior. Last time. The last holiday. This child was about to commit suicide. P4 child. He had become a problem to the parents. The dad is a rich guy. He has everything. And you may think, yeah, the parents have it all. But the child wasn't seeing love. And when the man would pack, just like the sanguine me, I was at the gate. Me, I meet everyone. So I was talking to the Afandes. My husband is a teacher at Hillside Primary School, Naalia. Hillside in Wakiso district, Naalia. So at the gate, there are different security officers. The ones, because there are many children from the ministry, Ababa Prime Minister, Speaker, and all that. So I was there. They're like, hey, Mama, people come to look for you at home. Yes, I said, yes, I'm a natural doctor. Yes, because I treat with hands. Yeah. But you're about to run. You think you answers. Okay. But naturally, I give therapy. We shall learn about Qigong. 2, I'm a counselor. 3, I'm a teacher. So whatever they come calling me, they're like, Katijako tubuzabuziza, who are you? So I was telling them I had to take them through, because next time they are going to refuse the what? The visitors from visiting me at home. Yet they are my clients. And I took them. Little did I know that nearby there was a client that needed this information. So as I talked to them, to the Afandes, you see, Afande, this is whatever it is caused by this. You know, the other one was like, do you know what? I'm your client. nga muzadde abadde aze kola ki kukima birala. Like, okay. In no time I was called in Ministry of Education, in Ministry of Health. And the big doctor there was there. Tell me about what you do. Ha! Katinza Qigong massage is a new healthy. It is Eastern medicine. The other one is a Western medic. Eh? He's in Western medicine. How do I combine the two? But I said, God, give me the ability to explain to this lady to know. I said, me, 1, I'm a teacher. 2, I'm a special needs teacher. 3, I did Qigong massage therapy, which helps, blah, blah, blah. It was like, wow. I think as doctors, we are missing this. Clap for Dr. Jackie. Hey! She discovered that the medics need to combine with the natural doctors to deal with some situations. This was a child of her friend, but she was the one that paid me physically, not the mother of the child. But through, maybe the husband would give her and she would give me. But she made sure that the friend had to calm down. Do you see how we need to support one another? He's a workmate. They meet in some big meetings, but the other one was miserable because of his son. And here I was to give a solution. But guess what the child was suffering from? The man would stop and the child gets out and leaves the door open. Or if he's to close the door, bah! And he walks. I'm like, eh. The first thing I was like, Troy, will I make it with you? He's not disabled. He doesn't have autism, but he's in school, Budo Junior. Isn't it one of the biggest schools? But this child had been rejected at Green Hill. Isn't it also a big school? The teachers couldn't understand him, and neither could the mother, and neither could the father. But the aunt was the one that connected me. And this child was being bullied. Was being what? Bullied by a friend. A friend reached the extent of making him feed on a housefly. And in class, he would tell him, you say it. He would bring about the names that this child has never heard about. But he's a P4 fellow kid bullying the other. He would have pairs of compasses to show him that I will hurt you, and at times he would make him actually go through some hell. To the extent that he made him feed on soap, matrons. He made the child eat soap and Vaseline. And whenever he would go, he would say, they would say, and that boy would even use his soap. He made sure they were together in the same dormitory and same class. And he would be in the sabuni kumbe he's giving others, and the rich boy he's bringing for him. He was a bully. It was good for us to have all. There are children who are suffering before you and you will not tell. So I would tell the dad, Daddy, I don't have Vaseline, I don't have soap. Kumbe, the boy is feeding on his own Vaseline. And the dad like, where does soap go? Like, I share with my friend Yusufu. I share with my friend Yusufu. So the dad thought he had a very good, close friend, and he let go. After all, soap is in boxes at home. Until when I recorded everything, I give therapy to calm the child down. So when he was calm, after 1 week, it wasn't about P4 holiday work. I was also giving, but I was discovering what is hurting the child in a friendly way. Okay? And the child mentioned it all. I was like, oh, wow. I first wrote, but I was like, this is not enough. I will get the real voice of the child, so that it goes to the school and they find a solution, not to punish that child, but rather to also discover why is he doing what he's doing. And the dad was first furious. This school, I went there. In fact, their head teacher was my teacher. How can my child suffer like that? I said, hey, Daddy, you gave me a job to discover your child. Before you go to Budo to attack everyone in this holiday, actually, whom will you find? They are all on holiday. I knew they were there, but I wanted him to slow down. Please first come and we meet. I asked him, have you ever discovered that your child needs you and you sit with him? or it's just that moment when you take them out to go to the swings, to slide, to do what, and you put them in the car, not even you, but the driver. Do you have time to sit? It's like, that would be the work of the mother. Naene mama is mutabangufu. Yes. Even parents are special. Even parents are what? Like, yeah, mutabangufu. Naye gwe toli mutabangufu. Kati tuule twogere. I'm a teacher. I've discovered your child. Do you think the school, the head teacher is to blame? Do you think the matron knows about this? Do you think the class teacher has seen this and kept quiet? If you have not discovered your own son, you take him to school, you pick him, and you have not discovered. How about this child who wakes up early morning, goes to class, and comes back? Do you think? And yet he tells you he has a friend. In the dormitory, in the dining hall, he chose even to take his position for prefects in the dining, on the circle. In class, they had given him to be a prefect, class prefect. The other one said, declare that you no longer want, but the one who wants to be. And he even took. All those little challenges, the little boy mentioned. And I said, finally, how were you feeling? He said, that nice car that dad is driving, I felt like I should one day take his keys, drive it, either drown in Lake Victoria or they were staying, they stay in Entebbe, along Entebbe Road, and he wanted to drive it over the swamp, the other swamp of Entebbe. Yeah? Maybe he had some nitty-gritties of driving, but that is what his thoughts were telling him, so that he perishes, and because he's lacking love. So when the parents are lacking love, to whom do the children run? Where should they run? To us, to the teachers. So when they find that you are in the other class and you're not welcoming, where do they run to? Hanging themselves. But we pray it shouldn't happen, and it shall not, it will never, because we are here to share how to deal with them. Okay? Let's now go straight to the learning challenges. You've got some of these, the idea of where the challenges come from. So when you meet a parent and they are demanding, you first say, but we may rush for results, but we would wish to know the upbringing of this child. He may have faced a challenge at birth, and you'll see the mother coil up, or the father will say, hey, madam, you remember, yeah, by the way, it could be the problem. And they start blaming each other, there, and eventually they will tell you the truth. And you'll also be strong enough, okay? Let's go to the line, up, dyslexia, up. Okay. Gifted and talented. There. Okay. So now some of you, now we've come to our issues and how they come in. So the first of them, we looked at the gifted and talented children. And we said these are learners who have potential to develop significantly beyond what is expected of their age or for their age. Gifted refers to a learner who has abilities in one or more fields, such as abstract reasoning, problem solving, math, English, or other subjects. And talented refers to the learner who has skills in a practical area, such as music, sports, art and craft, or mechanics. Naturally. Okay? So, put your books down. And we look at this gifted child. So the gifted and talented can have both, or the talented may be talented and you may find that he's just talented. You mentioned one there who can dance, do everything, but not in class. Are we in class now? Hold on. Have you heard about Fresh Kid, Felicite, and other kids? Okay. They may wake up and you say, what is trending now? Bobby Wine. Yakoze chiwani chesasi. Never musiva plaster, eh? Anyway. The keka story running. Or do you have another story? I am a Ugandan. I just analyze. But anyway, let's go with that, okay? Now, yeah, you are like, okay, compose a small song. Like that, you wrap it up, and we see about something. You give him a storyline, he will give you even the vocabulary. Tomanyi wa abija. Tomanyi wa kolachi. The next day is like, okay, give me the, is it what? Accompaniment, The beat, the beat, give me the beat. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jackie and I'm rapping for you. Bobby One, listen, you can't lie to Ugandans. Today you're lame, tomorrow you're upright. The other day you're this, and the other day you're this. Another time we see you getting to the airport, going to America. Hey, listen, hallelujah. And you're like, hey, young boy, what is 5 plus 2? He's like, teacher, give me my necklace. So, yeah, let me first put on my bling. Teacher, what were you asking? What is 5 plus 2? You see, yesterday I had a long night. I had to wrap up because the other day I'm going to BBC. What is 5 plus 2? Tajimanyi. Agakatonda tajimanyi. He is just what? Talented. He's just what? Katoyo mwana onomugoba mu klasi nga motivating abanne. Will you chase that one? Mukama yayamba. Me. I was in army school in Mbarara. But I remember every break, they would pack for me milk in a bottle. But I would leave it in the village, in the forest where I pass, Muchigogwa, that sisal thing, that flower, down there. And I would take it at 1 when I'm going home. Then you will ask, were you not hungry at break? Because I would find people waiting for me, big boys in P7, big girls in P6. Do you know what I was doing? Because I would see my uncles dancing, like break dance, Michael Jackson. And I was like, yeah, I can dance. Hey, cut it. I can sing and dance. Ngaku break ivankolako sako. And they're like, Jackie, sing for us. Yeah. Afrigo, super frigo. When I wake up early in the morning, I want some music in my care. Phew. Break yakaporeji echindazi bogoya. You. Na ye tugenda mu class. I would make sure I make everyone shout, and by the teacher enters, I'm the first one to sit down. Ugenda kusanga nga ntudde ndi kwatabo. Nze namulabye dda. Everyone is beaten. Nachikola up to P7. Mukama asasire. Because I was this kind of child. You'll find me in sports, you'll find me in choir, you'll find me in scouting, you will find me in every area. I'm a mediocre. I'm not there, and I'm not there. I'm here, but I can survive. Are we together? So this child is a survivor, but he may give you headache in class. So look for him, look for what makes him do what he's doing. Use it to make this child do what you want. Use his ability to do what you want. You will not hate him and you manage. He's the one that tells you, hey, what are you doing? You disturb me. Teacher, actually, you disturb me more. Yes. Because for him, he feels he's supposed to do what he's doing. But you will make sure you love him. Bring him closer. Tell him you can dance for us after this lesson. You're like, are you sure? Are you serious? What did you want? Okay, let me do. Yeah, number 1, number 2. Yeah, don't disturb me. I have to finish. And get ready, I have to dance for you. Okay? For the gifted, we have a problem. You have a child in your class, he's the best ever. 90s, 95, 99, 98. Tagenda wansi. Tayagala nagenda yo. Do you have those children? Be careful. You thought he was the one going to generate results for you. Yes, he will. But ensure that you create challenges for that child to go down, to pick his abilities again. The moment he goes this level, and at one time he slopes a bit, he will be disappointed for the rest of his life. They can all or even be melancholic in nature. Okay? So they can be bored easily. They are the gifted and talented children. You're teaching, he has already known about your lesson. By the time you finish, you're putting on a full stop, he has it all. And he's asking you for extra work. He's like, actually, that is work for P1, not for P2. Teacher, I think you should take me to P3 because I think what you're teaching I already know. And my mom told me that you're a boring teacher, so please. Hey, they are there. They are very sharp. Look at them. They already have pie chart. They already have this. So your duty is not to say, pie chart what? Your duty is to say, now do. And he will give you. Are we still teachers or facilitators? Because for them, they tap directly into God's knowledge. And they have everything flowing here. Your duty is to create environment for them to do and to help you. They make a marking guide for you. But they are very bored. They get bored easily. They ask a lot of questions. They really get you disorganized. Imagine you left college, a teacher like you have a bow tie, you've come and some of you come driving, you park there, and you get in class and the child tells you, okay, you are teaching about metamorphosis over. What a butterfly. And the child tells you, yeah, actually, teacher, next time try to add on that actually a butterfly does not only live for only how many days? How many weeks? Yeah? How many? Like, let's say 4 weeks, 10 weeks. Not only 10 weeks. There are those who live for 2 years, and actually they lay up to 300 eggs per day. He tells you about the one that gives the female whatever. He gives you the details. You did not prepare. And start saying, "Chinechana chagala kuntwala ko omulimu." Chimanyira nyini. Sit down. Sit down. Did I tell you to help me to teach? This was a lesson for another day. Don't disturb. Yes. But give him a chance to express himself. That is when he will feel happy that he has shared what he knows. Please, humble yourselves, teachers. Abana babimanyi, babitusinza. They know it. They have discovered. They are always on laptops. They are discovering. So if today you taught something, we wogenda okukola lesson plan, this child has already prepared extra. He has gone to encyclopedias and Google and whatever, and gone even to the exercise. I mean, to the process, to the practical of it. So, as you teach, try to ask, does someone know more about this? And he'll be glad to tell you. Okay? In Curriculum Development Center, we are adjusting for special needs for such children. It was around January when I was called. They said, what do we do for such children? And I was working on P1. Imagine in P1, because you'll find them, and they don't fear. They are just straightforward. He will tell you point blank without fear or favor. Some of them may have also particles of autism, and they will not tell you lies. So we put something called a cloud. Just a cloud like this. And in the cloud, if it is about capacity, I will put something like prepare 4 bottles for this extraordinary child. Prepare 4 bottles, mark them, and prepare like sand on a plate, okay? You always have birthday plates. Don't throw them away. Birthday cups, those whatever. Keep them because you will need them. Let this child use his tips to fill the other cups. 1, you are developing fine motor skills. 2, you're helping this child to pick less sand to fill the other bottles. So that by the time you finish sharing with these children, marking them, doing what, the lesson will be ending when this child is seated. Otherwise, he will tell you, Teacher Irene, you talked about this, but you did not tell me about that, and that one I read last night. Okay, you people let me, and you're like, bah! Go and sit. I'm like, that is what we do. Are we ready to do that, teachers? For these ones, I will be giving you tips on what you'll do, but this guide will give you what to do more, okay? Just prepare extra. Just go ahead. You all have smartphones by now. Go in there. Go ahead so that when he hits, Chino Chemba Gamba Chantu Seko mu Sunday school. Twabadene camp. And as I was teaching about the woman at the well with Jesus, the Samaritan woman at the well. And after that, they would give us time for questions. Questions. And the child comes up. For you didn't know even that they will ask you about the name and what, or the wife of who. They would flash all the questions. Google this, and then you come up and hey, someone was like Zeruiah, someone was Maria. Hey, how about you are saying the well was for Jacob, and then, so where did Jesus now come from? And that was in Samaria. Why were they in Samaria and not in, where? You would pray, so that you do what? You cool down. Children know. Children know. At campfire, I was firing questions, thinking they are hard, and by the time they finish their popcorns, the questions would be like, let us think. Mama, the kids would be firing back the answers. You, gifted and talented. Let's go to another one. Where is my... We shall look about, like all these in your notes, like how best can you support? I've already talked about them. Like give tasks from a higher year group to offer extension tasks. Offer clubs outside school to set challenges and tasks. Keep in mind emotional and social development, social developmental needs, such as well as their academic progress. Encourage them and reward social interaction with others. Do you know that these children are isolated? Do you know that right now, Felicity and Fresh Kid are being protected by security? So the social network is limited. So it makes them special. They are learning, they are needing, they have specific learning needs. You may think that they entertain, they make everyone happy, but they are not happy by themselves. And sometimes as children, when you say, let's go and play, and you say, hey, let us share tasks. You're like, hey, Mama, you are loved by the teachers because you know it all. And this child will be like they are. Eh? They will be like they are. And you are their only friends. You as a teacher. Even in the vans, you'll see they are looking for you because everyone is isolating them. Thank you. So, the solutions will be there. Now that you are facing them, you will read this. You know, for the Africans, what you put in the book, I'm giving you. Mbawade echikolo nechi nedagala. Here comes our sisters, whatever. Someone said someone has autistic tendencies. So here is where I need your attention, seriously, because it will solve many other challenges to come. Please stand up once again. Forgive me for making you stand and see it, but it is necessary. When you answer this question, you get a sweet. According to you, what do you think is autism? How many of you have heard about autism? Someone has mentioned. Okay. Autism. Autism spectrum disorder. Kale katogere ku autism yokka. Okay. 2. You have seen children with autism. You don't know it, but you have seen children with autism. How do you think, what are those examples that tell you that this child has autism? Just telling you by the look, what would they be like? Yes, please. She says uncontrollable saliva. According to her, that is autism. Yes, please. Their growth is not ordinary. Is it slow or? Okay. Interpreting instructions. Come for a sweet. Yes, I'm looking, but thank you for contributing. And when you discover something, you will learn best, okay? Yes, she has said they tiptoe. That is one of them, the perfect characteristic. Okay. So, as we learn about autism, I want us to first feel the energy. Then I will explain about that energy. Okay? So like we were saying, all of us are here, but we came with some blocks. Others have, today is when? The date? 12th. Rent yagwawo dane kasala lekagwawo danaye. I posted about the headache. There is this headache that is around here. Around here. That is called migraine. Yeah, it can come and hit the eye, and you feel it is too much. Then there is this headache, which is here. Let me use the big red, which is around here. And it is called the stress. And there is therapy for all that headache. But there is this headache that is covering the whole head. And of course, when the whole head is affected, even the body is what? And that is called the headache of school fees. The headache of what? So, with all that, it may give you stress that even when you are seated here, you are seeing and you are not focusing. You are hearing, but you are not listening. You are just here, but even the food will not taste properly, and all the sensory disorders are around here right now. But we want to say, calm down, and we want to shake off all that so that we concentrate and learn something. Then it will help us to get back to normal. Hallelujah. So you are going to shake both hands. I will use one, but you are using two. And there is a reason why you are using two. Today you are going to discover why you are using two, okay? Shake, 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 shake. As you do, like, don't start static like this. There is a reason for you to quest to lamu. Okay. Go down. Shake like you've mixed detergent. Do that. Do you hear any force not tiring? Do this. Like this. Do you hear any force? Yes. Behind here. Do that. Shake, 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 shake. What do you feel? Waliwe mpewo. Waliwe manya udakusika, Yes. Go up. 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 Ogawulira. Ogawulira. Do you feel the energy? Yes. Stop and stretch. All of a sudden. Stretch. Stretch your hand. What do you feel? Tell the truth. What do you feel in your hands, in your arms? Tingling, ticklish, something. Okay? All right. Relax. Okay. Breathe in. Out. Now you'll be saying choo, choo, as you wish. Breathe in. She's lying. Smile to your lungs. In. To your intestines. In. Smile to your heart. In. To every system in your body. Okay. So now, you are going to gather the energy to yourself, okay? From all sides, so that we get connected. Yeah. Hey, we've seen Chinese do it. Now here, China has landed. All right. Aha. Good. Now, let's gather that energy. Then on a count of 5, we shall package it on our stomach. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pack it. Please sit down. I want to use this because it will define, it will explain many others, and really it will solve many of our challenges. So today, as we talk about autism, we have said autism has different challenges. It's a complex developmental disorder. Complex what? Meaning it is hard to understand. And here we have the first one called Asperger's syndrome, high functioning, or stroke high functioning autism. And let's read together. This is a form of autism on the autistic spectrum. Persons with Asperger's syndrome do not usually have the learning disabilities associated with autism, but may still have difficulties, particularly in understanding of speech, language, and interpersonal relationships. Thank you. Okay? They are high functioning. They are also in the category of the gifted and talented. They can calculate anything, but they may not be able to speak to you in class. He's just there. His face is not changing. He's looking, or he can even look the other side. I think I'm responding to some of these. Like the child who doesn't pay attention and will come and do the work. Anyway, we shall be ticking. The child is very quiet, but he knows. When you ask him, what did I say? 16 plus 10 plus 35 plus 40, he will tell you the answer. Off head. But he will never put up his hand to tell you. Have you heard about these children? Have you seen them? So to cut it short, those of Asperger's syndrome fall in the class of Bill Gates, Schwarzenegger, Shakespeare, George Orwell, and many others that have turned the waters, and you are like, wow, they have a content of Asperger's syndrome. So do we still call autism a dogo? Do we still call it a challenge so much? Because everyone would wish to be like Bill Gates, not so. So that we get some good money. He's one of the richest what? People in the world, not so. Or someone would feel like, I want to be Schwarzenegger. When we were young, we would wish to be like Schwarzenegger. But did you know that he had a challenge like that? Shakespeare, they have written books, we are relying on them, literature, no kolachi. But deep inside them, they had Asperger's syndrome type of autism. So some of the children are very high in functioning, but they have challenges to do with the social relationships. He's married to you, and he gets up, puts on only one shirt, and tomorrow he comes. By the way, I'm sorry, I stand to be corrected, but Baram may be having such a problem. Why? There was a time he even requested, Banange, Wadendi minister, allow me one day to put on my t-shirt. And you may feel like, yes, but same type, but why? Same color? Exactly. Yes, some of them use it as a what? As an identification, like a landmark, or trademark, like Baram t-shirt. But somehow you find that he has that challenge. Because Baram, as he is, I don't know if he has a wife or not, has a young lad, young man, you feel like, yeah, my academ should see me smart. The other day I put on this shirt, she shouldn't see me as a poor guy. I need to change. But for him, like one shirt, tomorrow, the other day, Asperger's syndrome. Repetitive. They have repetitive activities. And speech. They are quiet, not because they don't want to talk, but their speech is limited. So to give you all the words, he will give you action. So don't hurt that child who is quiet in class. As long as he's doing your work, your duty is to socialize with him. He has like a specific friend, one or none, okay? So you are the best friend for as long as you are together in class. They are very particular, but they are articulate. The child I helped at Fambelina, a little kid, was making a marking guide at Sir Apollo. And he got a super 4. I wish to know where he went. because he's that category, Asperger's syndrome. So, socially, just involve all the learners, put him in groups, let him participate because he needs that. But he has a case called the autism. And another case of autism, generally, let me not go there, but come here. So, here, it is going to discover more about us and more about children with autism, ADHD, and sensory disorders. Here, I will have covered some of those. So, autism is a neurological disorder. It affects a person as well as maybe we usually look at it like coming up at the age of 6 months, okay? But still, when one is observant, you will see a child crying non-stop, whether they are satisfied or not. They may not sleep and you're like, what's wrong with this child? And this child may be having, like you suspect, you don't confirm, but you start making observations. But at the age of 2 or 1.5, when you expect short words from a child, this child can say them out and later goes blank. Yeah? The child starts, mommy, daddy, papa, papa. Then eventually, come. And everything will lift your hand. And he will never use sign language because he's not deaf. Then the parent runs, hearing impairment, check to the audiologist. Okay, now, where? Mom checking akanyata. And it is clear. Then, and we start looking for what went wrong, okay? You start seeing a child do what? Thank you for the teachers that contributed about what you thought about, like drooling of saliva. And what did he say? The edge, the saliva, then the edge being, not what? No, actually, children with autism are upright. They're very handsome and beautiful. Banange balunji. Yeah? You look at them like, wow. You say child just walking and all of a sudden you see, Mama, what is happening? Eh? And eventually you want to see this child taken where? Butavika Hospital. Because you think he's mentally ill. That is how we are. Like we easily identify them, okay? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, too. Sorry. Are we together? So many parents break down from there. They break down from there. My child was born properly. The child has been breastfeeding. But at the age of 2, this child has, where did I go wrong? Then they run. From where they tell them, you go undressed and you stand, whatever. But eventually, you find that if they run, let's go to Kangende Mutundwe. Mutundwe, you go. Yeah, fire! Fire! And the child is like, hallelujah. Yeah, somewhere, somehow, you may be lucky, and somehow God touches because you are believing and you are connecting with your child. So positivity in parenting, for the positivity is very key. But we still need to know what brought the cause, okay? So many parents have left the children aside and have gone to look for the causes instead of looking for the solutions for the way forward. Kati bwabikowa, they rush them to school, and they start from anywhere, and it's like mumalega, mumalega somesa, and at the end, either they will demand for results or they will leave the child to be the way they are. Out together. So you have those children, they are looking beautiful. Those who have saliva drooling, we shall look at them. That's a different case. Actually, it deals with cerebral palsy. But here is the solution. From one of us, he was a lecturer. He is a retired lecturer of Chambogo University. When you Google, you'll find Oyesije Foundation. But you'll also see Uganda Autism Society. So some of them connected with the Institute of, like Belgium Institute of Autism, Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder, and Sensory Processing Disorders, and found it really important for the teachers, for the parents, for everyone to know about autism, so that we discover the causes and be able to prevent or to deal with the situation therapeutically. And I am one of the 16 pediatricians or practitioners in Qi Gong massage therapy for these cases, the three: the sensory, then autism, and attention deficit hyperactive disorders. You've been asking about the children who are ever like jumping, they want to run out, they don't want to settle in class, and all of a sudden, all of them will be answered in this explanation I'm about to give, okay? Thank you for bringing out those questions. So, we are here because we have energy. We are like now in volcanicity. Is that P5 or P6? Where we studied about volcanicity. So P5, we are like a mountain heaping up. So in us, everyone touch your akawompo there. Thank you. It is from here that the energy flows like lava, okay? It flows from here, it goes sideways. So wherever you are, even the position in which you're seated is explaining how your energy is. For those who are folding your arms, please keep there where you are, because you're learning. And you may be missing out. When your arms are like this, you are connecting with yourself tightly. Because this hand is connecting with this side of the brain that is instructing it to do. So you are very attentive. Okay? Have you got me? Because this brain is supplying here and this one is supplying. So when we go back here, we're like, yeah, mubiri gwange mpanirira, I want to attend. And when you feel like you're here, like, I want to relax. There's when I will say, hey, and you're like, and you go back there. Do you see? Involuntarily, you will do it because you want to pick something. Okay? So the body dictates. So our energy, according to Eastern medicine, we are now learning to be Eastern medics. It is alternative medicine, which is natural. So in the Eastern medicine, we are even about to discover that there are no more science teachers. It is no more of 5 senses, but more than that. So, the energy flows from the fontanelle, or Governor 20, don't mind about the language, but from the Kawompo, and going downwards. It flows, moves through the feet, and goes upward. And it continues in that cycle. So, in other words, we are a magnetic shield. That is why we are attracted. And I was sitting there, I fear them because of this. Because electricity can get through us, and what? Because we are connected somewhere, somehow. Have you felt it? Yes, that's the energy. But it can be kept somewhere for you to use later or now, okay? So I wanted you to feel that always we have that energy. So this energy is continuous, and it only stops when we die. That is why when a person is dying, they touch the feet. They start from the feet, then they check the pulse, maybe over here or here. But the feet, why do they check the feet? What are they feeling? The temperature. Who said the temperature? Yes. You feel naturally like the temperature is getting cool. Is getting down. Then you're like, Muntona Labika. In the Indian movies, you see them rubbing the feet to generate the temperature. That is because this energy is lowering from here. Instead of going up, it is now going down altogether. However, as we move, our energy can be delayed. It cannot stop moving, okay? But it will be scanty. It will be scattered or delayed because either you may fall sick, you may be hungry, you may be angry, stressed, hypotensious, and any other, okay? So the energy will reduce, okay? And when it reduces, it means some functions may also be delayed. So you may be teaching children, then you're like, on your marks, get set, go! That means I'm a coach. Sports teachers, where are you? Yeah, I told you. I managed to be there by the importance of sanguinity. But yes, I was an athlete. I would run that even in mocks. May I run because I wanted to represent my school at national level, primary. Moka, Tezanda Bako. Do you know what I was running away from? Math. But there is this child that will run like Bolt, okay? All right? And there is this one that will run like this. You even get a stick and you want to give the energy with a stick for this child to do what? First discover, why is this child slow? You have a cup ahead of you. And that is where the teachers find it a problem. They start competing with the children in sports. Now you are a marshal what? You are supposed to be a what? Are they called marshals? You're supposed to be like this teacher to tell the children to do what? Maybe to help the children to line up and you support them. You win the cup. The cow is ours and what? But Bambi. Because you feel you want to do it for the child, you want to get that energy that is not in him, and you pump it into him so that this child is able to do what? To put in some speed. Not so, teachers. Even the support staff. There's when we have our football. Eh? Do you usually have support staff versus teachers? Eh? You don't? Then put it in progress. Bana ya kapira ako kanyuma, netball, bamam. Babatele ya kapira, netball, then football. Eh? So that you do what? You get to know that each one is important. That is what makes you socially together. But this child who is very slow, find out what is making him slow. It is because his energy, when he was born, maybe he suffered. He was sick for a long time. So before you look at him physically, like looking fit, first find out, where did this child start from? So if you thought it was only in academics, it can also be in the extracurricular activities. And this child will find it hard. So the energy that we have seen now getting slow can be lowered because of different cases. Altogether. But it moves and has three stages in which it picks more energy. And we have the stomach for physical growth and development. The stomach is for what? Physical growth and development. The chest is for emotional, stroke, social, growth, and development. And the head is for intellectual, stroke, mental, growth, and development. Okay? So this energy, chi means energy. Okay? And qigong means energy, the movement of energy, okay? Because of space. It is the movement of energy. Do you have children who are emotional? Yes. E means energy. And emotion means energy in motion. Energy in what? So when you hear some, hey, I'm becoming emotional, and someone is, yes, it's allowed and it's healthy because you're putting your energy in motion. Are you together? So there's no difference. Kati abazungu bakamenyako. Naye emotions is just as good as qigong. Say qigong. Sagala kulia kuingongu. It is qi. According to the Chinese, qi. Do you know how the Chinese call names? Eh? Do you know how they call names? How do they call names? I'm going to name someone. You listen and tell me the sound that I'm going to make. I'm going to name you. Actually, what did you hear? Yeah? So me, I had like so this one is going to end up as and that's a name. Haven't you seen them? So qi is just that energy, and qigong means energy in motion. So, let me sit here and explain properly. You have seen how it is moving. And this energy is supported by food. What? Echimere. Number 2, it is supported by exercise. And number 3, it is supported by food, exercise, and air or space. You saw us play around with space, yes? Because we were gathering the energy to be able to continue learning, okay? And that's the reason why, as teachers, you make the children stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. Did you know that you are looking for their energy? Because as they learn, at times they get down, they are tired, they are from break, they are tired, so you keep motivating them. Why do they stand up and sit down? Stand up, please, stand up. Sit down, stand up, stand up. Yeah, sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. Okay, please, keep seated. So what you were doing, I was about to sit. But anyway, what we were doing, it's okay. What we were doing, we were trying to beef up, help our lungs, to do what? To pump more blood and the heart to pump more blood so that you are able to breathe in. In so doing, you are using the air, the space. So we breathe in oxygen to nourish the brain, to settle down again, to learn better. Okay? Food. When this energy is moving and reaches the stomach, it is supposed to pick the nutrient. It picks the what? The nutrients. To be able to continue to move upward. Okay? That's why in science we are learning about bodybuilding foods, the carbohydrates, the vitamins, the minerals, mineral salts, and all that. Yes? Okay. All that is like, you have been at the rallies, and the cars are moving, then they say, service station. What is that place called? Where they stop and they are changing. That's a service station? When the vehicles are at a rally, and then they stop over, they change the tires, they check, it's service station. Okay, thank you. So they check what is not right, okay? So as the energy moved out and came up and entered the feet, it could have been somewhere, it might have picked toxins. What? Along the way, it may have gone up with toxins from food that it picked. And by the time it comes back, it needs being energized. So the other food may not have been good, but this one will be good. So it has a stopover. So that it gets the ability for physical growth and development. That is why we see to it that a child is fed properly, breastfeeding. We encourage it. Then after, we have the food for the babies. Then from there, the food for every age, okay? So that this child continues to do what? To grow and to develop. Every type of food is there to help a certain organ or a certain part of the body, or wholesomely for the body to grow and develop. That is where, like, someone has developed breasts, puberty, the hair, the what, all those are developing because of food. Do you know that at my center recently, I received a child who was thrown out because she was autistic and she remained under the tree. That is why she was being fed, and what maybe at night they would put her at the veranda. And the development remained there. She became stunted. And you were right, teacher, when you said somewhere, the developmental stage. That is dictated upon the upbringing, how the parents have perceived their child and given her care. So my girl came, at the age of 25, you would look at her and you say she's 7. Yes. She did not develop, even the breasts were so small and she wasn't going in periods. Because she was eating on the food of, even goats can go through that, but that was for the goats. So for her, you would find her on soil and something like that, food for animals. But she survived. But some development was delayed. The energy was delayed because of the care. So how we are cared for determines how we are going to perform because of the food, physical growth and development. However, children have a lot of energy. They have what? Energy. But we give them more energy. Why? The food we serve them. Sugar can be 4 spoons instead of 2. Yes? And on top of sugar, after tea, there is soda. After soda, there is ice cream. After ice cream, there is a sweet and there is yogurt. Plus a cake. Katoyo mwana golina mu class. You are teaching and he's like, hello? You are teaching and he's like, teacher of the other class, hello. The energy is vibrated. It is doubled, it is tripled, it is quadrupled because of what he has eaten. Are we together? Do you see how our parents or we as parents package our children? I swear to you, muchabala banyo. And you'll not advise it. You will have to have a workshop to tell every parent of growth and development. So that they start. Some of them will listen. Okay? What will happen here? We have a what? The organ called the what? The liver. And the liver will be squeezing out the nutrients that it needs for the whole body, okay? It is the regulator. You visited factories and you find the soda factory and you find the regulator which will test the sugar if it is enough. So there will be regulators on every what. But in the stomach, we have a liver. And every time we eat, it is regulating. It is sieving out. And it is even aware that you are about to put in more. You've taken tea. Tea was with what? When I teach about chai. Your speed. But it was what? There was wheat in that whatever chindazi, chidonati, and there is sugar. There is what? So you are energized. Some of you are not utilizing your energy and you are about to sleep, okay? Because so the liver will sieve and say, okay, lunch is about to come. Change something. And it will help to spread to share with the kidneys. It will share with other parts so that it creates more space for the incoming food. Are we together? But amidst that, you'll find that you have doubled. Obade wakanywa gundi chai inoyongerako soda. You say, this is already too much. I was already shaking this one. I was already shaking. Now we have put in. So this is what the liver will do. Okay? This is what I mean. It will splash unprocessed food to the nerves and to the rest of the parts of the body, and the unprocessed food or beverages will go to the brain, and it will meet neurotransmitters. The neurotransmitters are supposed to receive the messages and interpret them so that we do the right thing. But when the neurotransmitters receive unprocessed food, the brain will just close down, and the neurotransmitters will invert the message. What was the order becomes a disorder. Okay? The energy that was first getting out, it will go straight and will cause challenges in the brain, hence having hyperactivity, sensory challenges, and autistic disorders. So, is autism a disease? Is it a disease? Is it a disease? So we've been training like Autism Society tubeera nnyo ku radio awo ntera kubeera kaboozi ku mukyala zaabu saawa 10 nga nsomesa. If you've listened there, this is Jackie for you. Nga nsomesa kuki ku autism. Autism mbeera a neurological disorder. The transmitters invert the message after being kukosebwa by food, by stress, by any other circumstance. And you will see a child getting nervous and being disorganized because the brain has been disorganized. Think about a birthday party. Here is soda, Coca-Cola, Reham Cola, soda, what? Everything preserved. Put it there. Cake is there with icing sugar and sugar in the cake itself, plus ebirungo ebirala, plus preservatives. Sweets are there, eclair, cafe kai. Crisps are there, cooking oil, kapa. Name them. The organic food that may be there, maybe gorillas could be like from maize and what, but still I don't know how they are fried. I'll need to find out. But whatever is packaged there, after that, look for that child doing a yabadde omusirise mu class. You will see them flying. Have you seen that? Yes. No dawa no gamba. Oh, one omwana kati abadde teacher. Oh, your man omulaba. I don't know what is happening. Hey, banange, chidafini chicho, la chibuse, uyo bouncing castle. I think she's the one up, mama nyabo. The energy is taking them where? Because they already have their energy and it is moving gently. But when you give them, when you package it with more energy, they fly. Or it goes sideways. They start kicking, they start boxing, because the body is regulating itself to re-energize with more food that is about to come. So when they fly, when they jump, thanks for the bouncing castles, it is very healthy. They will get tired and relax, and the body will start reforming. So there is no difference between a drunkard and a child, whether autistic or ordinary, not normal. No one of us is normal. Ordinary, by the grace of God. You will see them equally the same. Why? Still a drunkard will have a disorder. Bambi, tell the truth, because we usually have parties. And if you know you've taken something, tell the truth. Byayanga kale abanywa kutuza otu waliwo tuzo twekasese waliwo tuzitwawa. Anyway, kale, think about a person. You've met people who have taken in and so that person talina njawulo na mwana either wa autism, because somewhere, somehow, there will be a disorder. Why? Still, the liver will splash. One bottle will be enough. Nze nkimanyi nti mu club, mu beero, mu beer mulimu sugar. My uncle was working there, and we went there. It was our college national music competitions. Then I was like, Isabella, my friend, uncle works at Ruzira there, Port Bell. We go and I needed money. So we got there, and the man gave us from a measuring cylinder, very nice. There was no food color. They had not put food color. We were thirsty. Like, the sirina maziwano, the only water is here. Okay. Guess what? Jackie was among the people going on stage for a set piece. From Bishop Stewart to National Theatre, and so he gave us money, we took. And when we stood up, yes, what it does. The only thing he did was to give us a border. But there, Jackie, who was looking straight, I started like, you were what's wrong with you? I'm like, uncle, that water you gave us, it was a bit bitter, but you said it was okay. Now you see. Like, border, take her. Reaching National Theatre. My tutor calls me, Master Edson, Tisha Edson. Like, Jacqueline, come, you are leading these people. Okay, sir. Come. You see, teacher, were you calling me or you? Isn't that a disorder? The word class became slack. The word choir became yaka, over waka. Yeah, ladies, let's go to the stage. He shook me up. Wabachiwa, what's wrong with you? Isabella took me there. It's me who took Isabella, but I even denied. Isabella took me there. To do what? Now you see Uncle Mugabe is there. He's there. And he gave us water. But this water, it was a bit bitter. I was like, Isabella. For Isabella, she was a kawa. Me, I had never taken beer. But for her, she like, I don't know what's wrong with her. I think she has headache. You people, sinywa mazi, simala ganywa mazi, but I will take now. They gave me a full bottle of cold water to take so that I do what? Otherwise, when you take in and the liver cannot contain, it will splash. And the neurotransmitters will tell you that Y is Z, T is Q. You enter a bar, the woman serving you is like, chino chitampeko. After 2, 3 bottles, 4, the liver will share with the kidneys. Go, take her, take him. You'll see people in the bar going straight. They usually visit because the body is regulating to reduce. And on your way back, you start feeling the joints going down. That is why you're supposed to do what? To pack and go. But people insist. And he has a briefcase of Akutunda Taka. And he's like, nice small, you need to change on this woman. By the time he finishes, he's like, Nalongo. Or like, where have I ever seen you? Someone was asking his own wife. Madam, where have I ever seen you? You look like someone I know, but you know. That is. Then the wife will get you and you go. But another one was like, Narongo, tawali buzibu, ka briefcase kakano, katakankatuze. Just take me to sleep, darling. And the barmaid will sing kulina. From there, the briefcase is done. Phew. Oyo maid abakyalikomawo mu bbaala gw'obadde oyita kinamagwatala. She's the best. Naye neurotransmitters are already telling you, like, you know what? This one is this one. Do you see the work of the liver? So when they tell us to take regulated medication, this is a reason. Because when we shrink it, there won't be any function. It has a lot. The rest are also there, the spleen and all that. But the liver will splash and will cause neurotransmitters to shut down and invert the message. And we shall do the opposite instead of the right one. Are we there? Still in the stomach. That means that the food you have eaten has caused blocks. And the energy will not go through properly. So what is a block? A block is something that sabotages growth and development. Something that sabotages what? Growth and development. Because here we were for physical growth and development. But it has been affected. And food can cause hyperactivity. But food can also cause hypoactivity. Hyperactivity, we've seen children flying. But when I was requesting for cassava not to step here, I know it was going to cause hypoactivity even in me. The only chance is like me, I can stand. But you seated, by now everyone will be saying, "Oh, police won't wala." You're like, huh? What did she say? And I tell you to stand up, you're like, teacher is embarrassing me. One day, you know, when the year is beginning, some teachers change schools and what. So I had also applied at Green Hill. And by that time, it was time for Chogam. And I knew Green Hill, that is where the president was taking his children for learning. It was like, me, Jackie, I always want to try the best to penetrate there because I know I'm a teacher. Where I went, every other teacher went there. That is a college. And I entered. Like, I'm teacher Jackie. If you ever need me, I'm available. But for now, I'm working at Mengo Hospital as a special needs teacher in occupational therapy department. Yeah, and I went. So when you're looking for the job, don't show a lot of misery. Like, whatever you do, you give me, I will do. Show the ability that you have and you are not in need. I was there and they called me, Jackie, are you still interested? Come. I applied. And yes, I was there. But what took me there was I felt like I had the ability to teach in that school. That's the energy. I'll tell you what followed. So, for the emotion, the social, there are children who can eat and become obese. Okay. As we are still in the staff, whatever meeting, some teachers had also run to the same school, just like Jackie at Green Hill. So while we're seated in a workshop like this, the new teachers were there just behind. They can get you are like from there, immediately and explain about volcaniste. And you're like, hey, and you are a new teacher. You have finished an interview. You sit there. So we're there. And I was there of police. So the sleep came and I was like, in the afternoon, the directors were seated here, here. And there was that door and there was this door. It was there. Then someone came, saw me dozing to wake me up. Police I said, what? Kati, in my waking up, I knew they have entered from there. you think I remained there? I stood up straight. I was like, Auntie Patty has come for me. My boss was a Muzungu, and she really needed me to stay there. Yeah, abana bali. Obu police. Obu police. It was their term as teachers. Wake up. I'm like, With all the guts, no one would step here. You. But director, can you be there? Board of directors. I walked straight. They saw Jackie off. Then I reached there. Buliwa. I was asking everyone out, police, Buliwa. They said, police, where did you come from? From inside, or your government or police, okay, I tell her police, I was behind. And someone said, our police, Baliwa. Auntie, police. Only to check. Yes, Kali. Do you think I slept again? Do you think hey? But what was the cause? Food had sat on me. It was cassava. So some of you may eat cassava and in the afternoon you are like, you know, or even children. Katika muwogo mumufumbe kusapa. Aba kitchen mubagambe. Muwogo bamufumbe like somewhere in the evening. Because if you still need the attention of the children and you prepare cassava at lunch, you're finished. Okay? So someone can eat food and they become obese. They become what? You have seen on social media a child at Hillside, Joel, being helped by physically with exercises. The boy is weighing about 200 kilograms. And he's in P5. But the school found it hard for the child to climb up, to come to P6. And I told the parents, find other ways. Members, do you know what that child does in the car? In the car, there are like about 5 bowls of chips. And a full basket of KFC. By the time they finish jam and reach home, he has already finished a snack plus soda. And at home, he's going to eat supper. And you see him like this. Do you think it is healthy? The food has no pathway, so the energy is just piled up there that he's now like this. So when he's going, he's like, give me a chair. And he wants to sit every 1, 2, 3, like 20 steps, he sits down. The friends give him a chair to escort him to the dormitory. That is obesity. So food can sometimes be good. I mean, it's very good, but at times it can sit on us, and the energy will not be. Yes. Sagala ovume munno nti gwoli munene gwoli katono tolya tokola kinno. For as long as you can lift yourself, me, if you know what my size was, me, Jack, is standing here. Who's just like straight. Behind and in front, you could not differentiate. On my wedding day, I was in cathedral choir and Matembe. Somewhere is my aunt. She saw me. I went to greet her. We were at a burial ceremony. And she asked me, Honorable Matembe. Like, yeah, how are you? I was like, yes, you are my aunt. Yes. You are in P what? P what? Jackie, a teacher at Barra Junior. I was looked at as a child of P5. Yeah, you are in P what? I'm like, Madam, I'm a teacher. I removed the ring and hid it for her not to see that I'm even married. My husband was going to be castrated over there. Castrated. For defying me. No, I was already 24. But the size was what? Yeah. But by the grace of God, yeah, the size kept on increasing so that when I stand as a woman, like woman MP, I'll be like reasonable to say, yeah, this is me, or this teacher standing before you, so that I'm balanced. But feel free for who you are, for as long as you can walk, use your body, okay? But I'm meaning this child that has eaten, and remained there, and the age is not balancing with the weight. That is my concern. Are we together? Let's leave the stomach. We shall have questions. So, when the blocks come here, do you think the energy will continue upwards? It will be slowed. It will not stop moving, but it will slow down. Will this child be able to run quickly like you need? These are the children you say, "Gwetula wali fetwagala bagenda." Be careful. I was at Aga Khan, and the child was told that question. That statement. Yeah, your size cannot go in the field. Oh, and this child kept it. She didn't mind. The day for sports, this child went straight, timed, when the microphone was down and the MC had gone somewhere. And children who are confident, she went straight and called for attention from everyone. Attention, ladies and gentlemen. My name is so-and-so, and today I need this answer. I'm a child in P5. And I too, as a child, need to participate in sports like any other child. But today I'm disappointed because I can't participate and yet my parents are there. I need my teacher today to explain why my size should be a problem for me not to participate in any sports. You are a teacher and you are somewhere. Will you stay? She kaput. She had to disappear. The parents were like, where is that teacher? Our child. They're in government, they had authority. Even to close the school where possible. They know their rights. They know. So to you, whether it is sports, whether it is music, dance, and drama, treat every child equally. They all matter to their parents. Or you're going to I was training in music, dance, and drama. I was supporting them. I'm called to give highlights. So I was here training, and there was someone had called me. And I was seeing another stream, but this boy was just seated there. He was just looking on. They had ignored him. Because the dance was like Entogoro. And for them, and could he do? If he cannot take a step, can he really dance this? You want him to collapse and you are also gone to police. We're like, I went, I said, teacher, if you ever want to be either praised or go to prison, choose one. He said, prison for what? I said, choose one. Be appreciated as the best teacher or prison. He said, He said, you leave that child, I'll make sure I be the witness that you left him out. Like, teacher Jackie, Chichi said, look for an item for him to participate. Even if it means walking, let him have a costume for that presentation. They had to get the Chiganda dance, and they made this boy a kabaka. And he entered and first waved at the people. Mama, you should have seen the beauty. You should have seen the pride. You should have seen how everyone in the tent was really happy about this big boss, just waving at them as a kabaka. It was enough to make that class the best. Emitwalo. Kumi jansanga waka from that teacher, from what he shared from the parents. Bamuwatano over the kuchi. For considering their child. Okay? So do not leave any child. Every child is a winner. I'm a sports coach in Special Olympics. Every child is a what? Every athlete is a winner. We even have a gift for the last participant. Walabye wanonga abajjayo zero nabo mbawadde ki appreciation. Because avuddeyo, they want to be there. But because the energy was lowered by circumstances not known to them, they come and we put them aside. Teachers learn to be the facilitators, not the participants in the children's activities. Are we together? Cool down. When you're beaten today, motivate your children. Next time they'll take the cup. It's not your cup. It's not you running. Well, what duka? Tuwuliriza? Okay. So when the energy is blocked here, omwana wa autism not being able to participate will be like a tree given manure, or any other child not participating will be like a tree, a banana tree, avocado, any other fruit tree that you expect fruits from, but you give manure, but you don't see them. Okay? Now you wonder, what's wrong with this? Omwana alya, omwana, who said the child likes food? Eh? When it comes to dining, he does what? Where? This side. Up. Here. Sits. After teaching, the child sits and asks if he should do work. That is okay. Likes dining. For him, he's there timing. But at least he has one ability. Okay, you appreciate him for that. Because there is the other one who is worried about the child not eating. Do you see that the two also have challenges? One is hyperactive but not able to eat. Just one thread. The kakono is like this. But there is this one who is timing. Teacher, when will you finish? Hey, Manang, let's be frank. We had a song like, Sham Kagazaika. We used to think like midday is time for lunch. So I will explain the song. Shahamkagazaika, 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 tuze tugaricheyo witu, ninga tuze kurientanda, tugende tulientanda. Then you'll hear this song, this part which I hate most. Echenyanja chinuzire, echenyanja chinu. The fish is delicious. Echenyanja chinuzire wachkwaso mubumba. Bwotuukayo waka ojja kusanga bafumbye fiishi ogikwasa omuwumbo ogenda kutuukayo nga bayiwayo katogo ka muwogo ku lusaniya bwashwa. Hey, you were expecting from the song the what? The fish. Okay? So there are children who don't even know the importance of food because they are autistic, because they have blocks where? In the stomach. And because of this, they don't know the importance of eating. They don't have appetite. They are repellent to food. Okay? But the good news is we are going to learn about the therapy. Lastly, that's why the mat is here. We are going to learn, at least if the parent can't do it as a teacher. ajja kutandika n'okugirumba mu kitchen before they serve, and you'll be happy, not so? Good. Clap for that. It will come. So the chest is for social, stroke, emotional growth and development. And like I said, we have two parts here. That's why I said today we are going to discover more senses, okay? More what? So if you thought we only had 5 senses, no. Because we have empathy as a sensory organ. Empathy. Say empathy. 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 Who can tell us about empathy? Yes, please. The young man behind. Mm-hmm. Remind me of your name. Well?
My name is Were Soward.
Okay, thank you.
What I know about empathy is it's not all about feeling sorry for someone, but you take an extra mile. Let me give an example. It's like, for example, if someone is feeling hungry, and you say, sorry, that is sympathizing with the person.
Sympathizing.